Minecraft's textures have changed a lot over the past 15 years. Just look at cobblestone. But what would Minecraft look like if the textures hadn't completely changed and instead looked like beta Minecraft? Well, I found a resource pack known as Golden Days, which completely transforms the look of Minecraft, and I will be showcasing a ton of its features, and at the end of the video, I will be taking a look at my 2-year-old Minecraft article world as if it was created in beta Minecraft. To use this resource pack, all you need is the Golden Days base and the Programmer Art texture packs. And as you load in, it definitely seems a little bit different. First of all, the stepping on grass has completely changed. Anyway, let's take a look at all of the textures. Starting with every single type of log. There has definitely been some noticeable changes. However, the oak log, the spruce log, and the birch log do pretty much remain the same, as these ones did exist in beta Minecraft. However, logs like jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, crimson stems, and warped stems have completely changed. First of all, the top of every log from the overworld is just an oak log texture, which is the same for the birch and spruce, as that's what it looked like in beta Minecraft. Also, the side textures for a few of them have changed. For example, cherry wood looks completely different, although jungle, acacia and dark oak do look pretty similar. But what do the planks look like? Well, a lot of them, like the oak, spruce and birch, have remained the same. However, some of them, like bamboo, have completely changed. Also, the sound for placing them has completely changed, as normally bamboo is a separate sound. Also, all of the stripped logs have changed. This is stripped cherry. This looks a bit like a birch log, to be honest. The bamboo does look pretty similar. However, I think it's more simplified. And some of these stripped logs look completely different. For example, this birch, which honestly doesn't look too bad, actually. This could work really well for like some sort of wallpaper. Also, these netherwoods look amazing. Next, let's take a look at all of the ores. And yeah, a lot of them have had changes. Although the normal ores have just had their original textures reverted, but ores like copper, nether gold have completely changed. Yeah, I definitely prefer what copper ore looks like now, but this one is pretty interesting to look at. The nether gold ore looks really weird as well. The deep slate ores do look interesting. I feel like it's just a darker version of stone, right? Yeah, it looks pretty similar other than the stone colour behind it. And then we've got gilded blackstone up here, which looks completely different. And what's this block? Is this ancient debris? Is that what ancient debris looks like? Just a black nether ore? Yeah, that looks really strange. Many of the leaves haven't had many changes, except from the cherry leaves and the azalea leaves. I have noticed a big difference. But we'll be able to see the leaves in more detail as I explore my hardcore world later on in the video. All of the coral blocks have completely changed their textures. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think about these. Yeah, some of these look really strange, to be honest. This one looks more like netherwort. This looks a bit like endstone. This looks a bit like the warped wart block. Yeah, they're very strange, but they also do look pretty cool. I definitely would be interested to see these in the future. However, probably not from coral, as I like the original coral textures. Copper blocks have also completely changed. Wow, I don't know what to think about these. I mean, they do look pretty cool, but it's almost like a completely different look for copper. I do like how they transition though, between the orange all the way up to the blue. With the copper, it's also almost all one texture, whereas in vanilla Minecraft, the weathered copper sort of has aspects of the exposed and the oxidized. Hold on a second. If you want to support me and my channel, consider hitting the join button below to become a channel member. If you do this, you can be a part of my Minecraft hardcore world by being named after any mob inside of my world. Plus, you'll be able to ask me any questions and get access to these cool emotes and badges. It is not a requirement at all. It is just fair for people who want to help support me even further. Some of the lighting blocks have had completely different changes. For example, the lanterns look completely different. Yeah, these are definitely not as good as modern Minecraft lanterns. Some of the lighting blocks, like sea lanterns and redstone lamps, haven't changed too much, and I could have sworn this was glowstone, but this is actually shroom light, which just looks like a much darkened version of glowstone. It's also got the exact same breaking sound. The frog lights haven't changed too much. Crying obsidian is reverted back to its original texture, although I don't think it was ever actually in the game, right? I think this was the way you were originally supposed to respawn before beds were added, which is why the respawn anchor is crafted out of crying obsidian. The beacon has had a slight change, just to revert it back to the old glass texture. Magma is completely different. And is this glow lichen? Wow, glow lichen looks much more like moss in this version. Also, pointed dripstone and dripstone in general have had completely different changes. These look more like dirt blocks. Yeah, comparing them side to side, they look really similar to some sort of dirt. The amethyst has changed a little bit, and honestly, I don't think the clusters look too bad. Some of the doors and trapdoors have had changes, such as the mangrove ones. They look much more like oak doors. Same with the cherry and the bamboo. And the trapdoors have had changes as well. And same with the nether ones, these just look like the oak trapdoors just retextured. And they also have all different door sounds, which is pretty cool. Chests are completely different. And they have a really cool sound. These are actually a full block in this version as well. However, this is just a resource pack, meaning it doesn't actually act like a full block. See, we're a bit lower down here than we are up here. Also, quickly, make sure to subscribe, as I'm on a quest to see how many subscribers I can gain before the end of the year. And I make content like this all of the time, so if you enjoy this video, there's a big chance you'll enjoy my others. But looking inside this chest, it looks like a few of these items have also changed. For example, this is what a sniffer egg looks like. Literally looks like a dragon egg. Honestly, these do look pretty cool though, in my opinion. The campfires have completely changed as well to have like the original fire texture on top. And obviously, water is much darker than before. It also has a different sound. Now it's time to move on to look at all of the utility blocks. But don't forget, we're looking at my hardcore world at the end of the video. But let's take a look. For example, the crafting table has just remained the same. The stone cutter is completely different. This honestly looks cool. This is the cartography table. That looks really cool. I really like the globe on top. This is the fletching table. This also looks really cool. The smithing table looks interesting. I sort of feel like this is sort of the original iron texture. It almost looks like it belongs in Minecraft Education Edition. The grindstone has had a completely different model. That looks pretty interesting. The loom is different. That looks really cool. I feel like this side block could definitely be used for texturing and detail. The furnace hasn't changed. The smoker looks pretty interesting. As does the blast furnace. Anvil hasn't changed. And the composter. Wow, the composter looks really cool. I actually had a look at this composter just before recording, and I would love to see a block similar to this being added into the game now. As I think the existing composter looks amazing, but blocks similar to this could be really cool, as if we could get like a wooden box block. And when you fill it up, instead of podzol, it is just dirt. But honestly, this block is amazing. I'd love to see different wood variants with it as well. The note blocks, jukebox, enchantment table, brewing stand, cauldron look the same, and this, I think, oh, it's a lodestone. Yeah, that looks completely different. Also, it does look pretty cool though. The bookshelf has remained the same. The chiseled bookshelf is slightly different. The lectern's completely different. That looks really interesting. The chest, as we've already explained, looks like a full block. The barrel's also changed. That looks actually really cool. The ender chest, yeah, that's completely different. It's just like an obsidian chest. And the trap chest is similar to the chest, which is like a full block. Respawn anchor and target block doesn't look like it's changed too much. The bee nest and beehive have changed a bit, and honestly, I'm not sure what I think about these textures. I don't think the massive hole in the middle looks very good. And this is scaffolding. Scaffolding looks completely different, but this also does feel like it would belong in beta Minecraft. This would also feel really cool, as if it's like some sort of decoration or like crate block. Next up, all of the natural looking blocks. Grass, podzol, that sort of thing looks similar. Path blocks have had a slight change. Coarse dirt and dirt look the same. Farmland looks the same. Mud's completely different. Also has a dirt placing sound. That looks pretty cool. The ice is changed. This is what blue ice now looks like. Pretty interesting. The sands and things look the same. The gravel is its old texture, which I'm not sure what I think about this old gravel texture. Clay and snow look the same. Moss looks completely different. This is very similar to a grass block actually. It's also got the same grass placing and breaking sounds. Stone, andesite, diorite and granite look the same, but deep slate. Wow, deep slate is completely changed. This is a much darker just looking stone. It's almost like it's been recolored. Actually, I think it has. It's got like sort of matching colors on it. And this is what calcite and tuff look like. Honestly, these don't look too bad. I'd like to see blocks similar to this being added into the game, as I like the current look of tuff and calcite. Soft sand looks like the old texture. Warped and crimson nylium look different. That's pretty cool. The netherrack obviously looks much worse. Prismarine and dripstone have completely changed. Soul soil looks a bit different. Bone blocks look a bit different. And oh, this is all blackstone and basalt. Yeah, these look pretty cool. Endstone's pretty similar. And all of the raw blocks, yeah, these have completely changed, but they don't look too bad. Now, all of the old wool colours. Yeah, these look much worse than they do now. Like, wow. Yeah, these are not great. For example, that yellow just looks disgusting. The terracottas look pretty normal. The glass looks awful because of the lines through it. The glazed terracottas look the same. The concrete powder looks pretty interesting. It just looks like dyed sand. And what block is this? Is this concrete? Yeah, concrete's had a complete change. That's actually pretty interesting. It doesn't look too bad, I guess. Almost like a retextured stone block. Yeah, all of the blackstone blocks have had changes, and honestly, I'm a fan of these polished blackstone bricks. They look really cool. They almost have like a 3D effect to them. Deep slate has also had some massive changes, as I reckon regular deep slate is just based off stone, which means cobbled deep slate is basically just a retextured cobblestone block. The chiseled deep slate also does look pretty interesting. I think we've also already taken a look at basalt, but this does also look pretty interesting. I mean, we've touched on the wood and the leaves a little bit, so the trees haven't changed too much. The cherry trees do look completely different though, and bamboo, wow. Bamboo is completely changed. This doesn't look at all like bamboo, to be honest. But I guess the point of this resource pack isn't to make Minecraft look better, it's just to make Minecraft look like it was still in beta Minecraft. Can't believe we haven't taken a look at these blocks yet. Cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, which have the old textures. Yeah, these look completely different. The armor has changed slightly. I know the leather armor has had a different texture. Most of them have stayed the same, except the netherite, that looks different. And I guess looking at items in the creative inventory, a lot of them have changed. For example, all of the foods. Right here I have glowberries, carrots, jacket potatoes, steak, raw cod, the cake, pufferfish, tropical fish, and golden apples. And honestly, these do look pretty cool. I actually really like the old fish and the steak textures. And certain items do look completely different. For example, this is what honeycomb looks like. Also, when items are thrown on the ground, they definitely do look a little bit different. You know what, I'm a massive fan of this amethyst shard texture. And this is what a mangrove propagule looks like, but honestly that is such a cool texture. I wish that was in vanilla Minecraft. Some mobs have also had some slight changes. For example, the texture of cod has changed to be blue rather than brown like it is in default Minecraft. Other mobs have had slight tweaks, for example the drowned looks different and the phantom's completely changed, which honestly that does look pretty cool. The fox is a bit different as well, it's got a different face, that looks pretty interesting. The brown mushrooms changed a little bit. Wandering Trader's a bit different. Oh wow, the hoglins have completely changed. And so have the piglins. It looks like a piglin brute's got like netherite armor on it now. That's pretty cool. To be honest, I can't really get over what the hoglin looks like. It looks so strange. Oh my god, the frogs have completely changed as well. These look so strange now. The allay has changed to what looks like a Vex model. And I guess lots of other mobs haven't changed too much. I still can't get over what the frog looks like. That's hilarious. But anyway, it's time to dive into my Minecraft hardcore world to look at these textures. I mean, after you subscribe, and in loading in, honestly, everything looks different. Straight away, this is a shield I'm holding, but it looks completely different. I'm blocking right now, I mean, this is it just normally. But honestly, I think it's quite cool. Like, I do like the fact that it's sort of out your way, and it does look pretty cool. My netherite armor also does look pretty interesting with this texture pack. And oh great, it's raining. One thing I can't get over is how different barrels look. Normally they look pretty good next to oak logs, but in this, I don't think so. I don't think they look very good. Yeah, some of these old wool textures look awful. Like the yellow one's just disgusting on this market stand. To be fair, this barrel pile and the composters do look pretty cool. I really wish this composter was in vanilla Minecraft. Like, how cool would it be if we got wood variant like boxes or like crates or something like that? Personally, I think it'd look really cool. The wheat fields also do look completely different, but that is just what the old wheat texture did used to look like. Oh. We've got a really cool fall damage sound as well. So we've got the old oof sort of sound. That's pretty cool. To be honest, I can't get over how awful this wheat looks. It just makes my world look so much different and much worse in my opinion. Also, I'm not sure about glow lichen. I think the green on it just doesn't look very good, as it makes everything look sort of overgrown and mossy, which lots of the time you don't want glow lichen to do. Beetroots have completely changed. Yeah, I'm so glad this texture actually did change at one point, because this is just ugly. This is what my bee farm looks like with the old textures. The beehives look. Are these fully harvestable? Oh, they are. And we get this weird looking honeycomb texture as well. The campfires are changed. They literally just look like a block that's been set on fire. Yeah, I'm definitely not sure about this scaffolding. What does my starter base area look like? I guess it's not too bad. I can't get over what the wheat looks like. That just doesn't look very good. Everything else looks alright. I really do like these old nether mushrooms. These look pretty cool. Yeah, the bamboo just looks so strange. This just doesn't look like a plant. It looks almost like a beacon beam or something. The enchantment table area just looks pretty much the same. Yeah, lots of it does remain pretty similar, but you can tell with certain blocks there are big changes. One thing that has changed is what the bow sounds like when you fire it. I also just can't get over what a door sounds like. You know what? Hanging signs don't look too bad. Hanging roots also look pretty cool. Looking around my custom forest, it doesn't look like it's changed too much. What about this terraforming down here, which I used like granite and dripstone? That also doesn't look too bad. I would definitely replace the granite if I was using this texture pack though, as honestly, the granite stands out a bit too much. And having a little preview of my next episode for this hardcore series, it looks alright I guess. Yeah, just the old wheat texture I'm not a fan of. The mud doesn't look too bad though I guess. But in my opinion, the sugarcane is far too vibrant. My copper statue down here also does look pretty interesting. It almost looks just really pale, even though this is like the third stage of copper. I'm very interested to see what my industrial district looks like with the old textures. Yeah, from far away it doesn't look too bad until you get further in and then you notice all the brick and granite. Yeah, it doesn't work as well with dirt with this old textures. Doesn't look too bad though, I guess. What does copper roof look like? Yeah, it looks alright, there's just not as much sort of gradient to it. One thing I haven't seen yet is what villages look like. Oh, they do just look like normal villages, just with different outfits. Yeah, they didn't look too bad, I guess. It's also quite strange to me that the fact that Stonecutters is just not animated at all. Overall though, I think this is a very interesting texture pack to explore. Would I play with this in default Minecraft? No, probably not, but it is interesting to look around and see what it does look like. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a channel member, as I have a ton of content planned for the next few weeks. Subscribe! One more thing, seagrass looks completely different.